So this is probably my first Los Andes video. I've done the Ipiranga, I'm now on the tier 9 Los Andes and I'm playing her a lot in ranked matches, so I'll post a couple of those after this brief look at the ship herself. She's pretty much very similar in a lot of ways to the Ipiranga. If we look at the armor layout, I've got 32mm nose, which is quite thick but soft enough for other battleships to farm. If I take the nose off, we've got this pretty wide citadel underneath, and above that we've got a layer of casemate armor of 305mm, and above that deck armor of 152mm, and the deck itself is 51mm. Sides are 51mm, so again very soft, easy to farm the upper rail on this ship. And she's got an armor belt torpedo protection that can stop some shells. That's 51mm in thickness. If we take that off, you can see that underneath we've got this torpedo bulkhead on the side, and there's the citadel right there. That's a pretty big citadel, very easy target, 51mm. It is protected to a certain extent by these little side plates connected to the torpedo belt that are 381mm in protection. So, and you can see it's spaced armor, so there's going to be a little spaced effect there. So she's not the easiest ship to citadel, but if you show broadside and you get citadel, don't be surprised, because it's going to happen. Plunging shells through the top and shells that go deep are going to hit your citadel. Okay, yeah, let's look at the back of the ship actually while we're at it. I'll take that off again. And you can see you've got a layer cake. Actually, kiting away is probably the way to go with this one. If you find yourself going into a lot of enemy ships, you're outnumbered basically. Rather than push into them, unless they're easy meat, soft targets like cruisers, I would probably recommend trying to kite away. And if you do so, you can see you've got some pretty solid armor there. You're quite a hard target to pen when you're kiting away. Artillery-wise, she's got these 381mm guns with a reload time of 29 seconds and a maximum dispersion of 256 meters and a maximum range of 19.6 kilometers with a fire chance of 36%. Pretty reasonable on the HE, not bad, but the dispersion on them is pretty dreadful, 256 meters, and the range isn't that great either, 19.6 kilometers. But those are the main guns. And they are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turrets. So she's a 12 gunner. Okay. You can mess with the build because of that. What you can do, I've gone with a classic secondary build on this ship. So auxiliary armaments modification 1 in slot 1, damage control system modification 1 in slot 2, secondary battery modification 1 in slot 3. But if you wanted to, you could justify switching that for aiming system modification 1 to improve the dispersion of her main guns, so you get better dispersion out of them. Because all this one does is improves your dispersion of your secondary battery shells and increases your firing range by 20%. What's that mean in real terms? It means instead of having a range on your secondaries of 12 kilometers plus, you have a range of around 11 kilometers, right? Just under 11, 10 point something. And you know what? It's a reasonable trade-off, because when you press your funny button, this one, that increases the range of your guns by 20%, and you'll still be able to reach targets over 12 kilometers away whilst that is engaged. And of course you can take advantage of the improved dispersion with this, and of course the secondary battery firing range is enhanced by a further 5% and the dispersion reduced by 5%. It's just not the 20% you get with this mod. So it's really up to you. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I've tried both, and I find the dispersion, even with the aiming system modification, is not great. But if you're a main gun guy, and that it might be the way to go. Anyway, 4th slot, damage control system modification 2, 5th slot, concealment system modification 1, and then I finished with main battery modification 3 for that juicy reload improvement. And for secondary skills, for the captain, secondary build, as you can see, I've started with preventative maintenance, then I've gone to brisk, because this ship is quite quick and brisk really helps with flanking. whilst undetected. And let's face it, your concealment is only 12.8 kilometers, so Brisk works quite well with that. Then I've taken Adrenaline Rush. Then I went with Concealment Expert. Then I went with Fire Prevention Expert, because you really want to get the fires under control as best you can, because this ship is a tinderbox. She does tend to burst into flame very easily. And then with my final 3 points, I've gone with increasing the secondary battery range. That leaves me with 4 points in my back pocket. Once I hit 21 points, I'm going to take main secondary battery aiming, which will allow me to improve my dispersion even further and improve my reload time. And this really builds into the secondary guns over time. So you can basically, as long as you left control select your target, you can over time improve the amount of damage efficiency you're doing with your secondaries to that target. So that's my recommendation for this ship. As for maneuverability, she's got a maximum speed of 31.5 knots. With Brisk and a speed flag, she can hit about 35 knots roughly, which is reasonable. Her turning radius is actually very good, 860 meters, and the rudder shift is 13 seconds. You'll be surprised how well this ship actually turns, and she accelerates quite fast too. Okay, let's take her for a spin. Okay, the map's Haven. It's domination mode, and I'm in the Los Andes, Pan American. Controversial secondary battleship or battle cruiser. I do think of these as battle cruisers. They're quite soft. You don't want to push too early, although the temptation is quite strong. Honestly, they set fires like there's no tomorrow, and they do quite a bit of damage with their secondary guns. They are very strong for their tier. This tier 9 ship is very popular in ranked. If you've been doing ranked this season, you'll see loads of these. Sometimes as many as 3 a team. Yes, you heard that right. I have been in matches where there's been 3 Los Andes aside. And I'm in my little destroyer thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of secondary. But there we are. I'm going to sail down the 3 line until I find something to murder. That's essentially what I'm going to do. And try and distract the enemy fleet enough for my guys to snatch a win. She is a flanker. She's very fast. She's got incredible rudder shift. Her turning is, well, I wouldn't say it's incredible rudder shift so much as she turns very tightly indeed for a battleship. So you've got pretty good odds of avoiding things like torpedoes due to your turning arc, and you can catch enemies out on the mini-map by just changing course entirely at a whim when you're dark and coming at them from a completely different angle. And she's pretty fast too. With Brisk on, I should be able to get up to about 34 knots. Possibly higher. There we go, we've just gone past 34. I've got the speed flag on, of course, so that helps. Okay, and what we go with? So we've got a Jutland, a Johan, an Alaska, a Pommern, and another Los Andes. I'm shocked, right? And the enemy team's got a Los Andes, a Missouri, a Pommern, a Tulsa, a Schroeder, and a Kitakaze. And talking of Kitakazes, there's one on the cap right now that our Jutland's facing down. Shouldn't cause him too many headaches, but the Tulsa could be a problem. It's a radar cruiser. Got a Schroeder coming across. In fact, the whole fleet is tracking across towards me. This was probably a pretty dumb move, right? This is what I call a no-brainer maneuver. I'm now facing down their entire fleet. Once they notice where I am, unless my teammates push into cap, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. And you know the funny thing about it? I really don't care, because I'm in a Los Andes. I know I'm going to come out of this fight with at least 100,000 damage. It's a very, very, very consistent ship. Okay, I'm firing on the Tulsa, because someone's got to, right? And I'm setting fires on the Schroeder with my secondaries. Yeah. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, the Kitagazi just launched some torps up the map. Schroeder's looks like he's running a secondary build as well, quite possibly. He's lit me up. There's a lot of secondary in rank these days. Okay, I'm going to fire on the Missouri. Don't expect to do too much with those, which is why I'm switching to the HE. 3,500. Okay. Alright, I'm going to press the F button. Yeah, the fun button. Which extends the range of your secondaries, in this case, with this build, out to 14.4 kilometers. Yes, you heard that right. 14.4 kilometer secondary range, which is pretty ridiculous. Maybe a little too ridiculous. Maybe. But I'm shooting at battleships, so I'm not going to struggle to hit them even at these ranges with the secondaries. Smaller targets, I don't think it's going to be quite as effective. In fact, there is an argument for putting aiming system modification 1 in the third slot instead of the secondary modification that brings down the dispersion. There is and increases the range, of course. There is an argument for slightly less range and more accurate gunnery, and I think it's a reasonable argument, to be honest. If people are running that, I won't be too surprised, but I've gone with full secondary here. Everything's in this build is designed to enhance the secondaries to their maximum potential. Okay, Pommern got a fire on me, that's unfortunate. And we're not doing very well, are we? Pommern's pushed deep. We've lost a cruiser. He's getting badly focused. This is the problem with early pushes, really, to be honest. I'd have been happy sitting on that corner all day long, and I think the Pommern should have probably done the same at the top island at E4. And between us, we could have got some nice, tasty crossfires going. But I'm going to have to push in now and risk everything. Press W. This ship is so dumb. Honestly, God. Okay, we're just gonna, yeah, I think he got behind the island in time. The island took most of my shells. And now I'm being hydroed by the Pommern. Okay. See this turning circle is just ridiculous, isn't it? I'm going to take full advantage of the fact that the Missouri and the Schroeder are out of sight and out of mind, and use this as an excuse to turn and get the hell out of Dodge. Right, you're going down, my man. Bye. So there we go, first kill. Now the Schroeder's pushing me. Okay, so we're just gonna send some hate his way. Get a Citadel, nice. And how's the damage doing? Yeah, you see, we're already up to 80,000. Yeah. Health is a bit low, but then, as I told you, the ship is soft, and if you notice, the Missouri's turned round and is coming into cap. Now, that's a problem, because he's going to hit me in the broadside. I'm showing way too much broadside to that American battleship. So I think the Missouri's going to be a problem, yeah. He's going to hit me pretty hard. Okay, hit the fun button. Got another fire on him. 2 fires on him. He's lighting up. Lighting up some more. And yeah, there you go. High caliber. It's an absolute no-brainer. And now I die. But that's essentially it, you know, that's the play style. Boom. And wait for it, wait for it. That Schroeder's still burning, right? Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on, you know you want to. Come on, game. Do it for me. Come on, yes. God, he's burning hard. Oh, all those fires. Come on, let's. Yep. Boom. I wasn't sure he was gonna. He might have repaired that on time, and I'd have looked a bit foolish there. But just got an arsonist and a witherer just like that. Actually, it wasn't, was it? It was an arsonist and it's a flesh wound. Yeah. Yeah, it's a flesh wound. Okay. And 134,000 damage, so that's about 30,000 more than I thought I was going to get. She really is a ship that requires no brain. Every match is amazing. Now we're totally reliant on this poor Jutland to pull off a win. And we have 2 caps, which is choice, right? But as you can see, the Los Andes is capping B, so we're in somewhat of a bit of trouble here. Okay, the Jutland managed to get C, but the Missouri went and got A, and the Los Andes, well, we're not sure where he is. So the Jutland is now heading off towards the Missouri. I'm not sure why he's smoked. Not sure why he smoked at all, actually, to be honest, but I have faith in you, man. I have faith in you. I guess maybe the Los Andes lit him, but if he did, we'd have seen the Los Andes, wouldn't we? So it wasn't that. Now, I think the poor guy is just under a lot of pressure at the moment. We've left him in a really nasty position. If I was in that Jutland right now, I'd probably be doing what he's doing, if I'm honest. Capping C was a smart move. Okay, he's going after the Missouri now, and it looks like he's trying to island ambush him. And what option has he got? This is desperate times, so he's gonna duel a Missouri. Here he goes. Not something you see very often, a Jutland dueling a Missouri, but that's what's going on here. He got hit pretty hard, but that's normal enough. But look at those torps. Look at those torps. They're gonna miss. No, I think he's got him actually. Yeah, he's got him. Yep. Good play. Very good play. I'm gonna have to compliment you for that play. Mad McBoatface. That was a fabulous play, my man. Unfortunately, he's now got to do it all again with the Los Andes. Now he's capped A, and he's heading over to the Los Andes. If things stay as they are, we'll win. So the Los Andes needs C. And this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky for our Jutland friend. Because, of course, the Los Andes has horrendously high secondary DPM. So if he tries the same stunt as he did with the Missouri, he's going to come unstuck because the Los Andes secondaries will literally melt him before he gets to torpedo him. I guess I would probably crawl up to this island here and hope to go for a very close range YOLO attempt. I think that would be probably what I'd do, because you won't have time. You won't have time to kill at range. You need to, because of those secondaries, you need to get in real close, real fast, and those torpedoes need the smallest travel time window you can get away with. He's got a lot to do, poor guy. I can't believe we left him in this situation. So close, so close. There's only a minute in it, couple of minutes in it, really, between the two scores. And as soon as that guy caps C, things will change rather drastically. Yeah. I mean, you could smoke torpedo. It's risky, but it might be worth a try. But Los Andes is such a strong ship. I mean, the guy in the Los Andes really doesn't have to do anything right now except sit on the cap. Yeah, which is exactly what he's doing. He's just sitting on the cap and he's firing on the Jutland. Jutland smoke. If you got any smoke left, did you waste that smoke earlier? I think you did, or you'd have another smoke left, wouldn't you? He sent the torps. You know, he's got a smoke left in his back pocket, and he sent the torps, and he's smoking, but he's going too fast. And he blew it. Unlucky. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Had he gone a little slower, maybe come around the corner at quarter speed, half speed. I don't know. I don't know. He tried. He tried. And what a game. What a game. We got 3 medals there. I don't feel like that was a defeat. Yeah, top 3 finish for doing not much at all, really. Just being a Los Andes. Great plays from the Jutland. Really, really thought he played very well until the last bit. And that was just unfortunate. It's not often you get caught as last ship up against that. Schroeder, I burned the crap out of him, didn't I? 31,000 fire damage. Oh, feeding the inner pyromaniac. 21k on the Pommern, 34k on the Missouri. good damage numbers. Okay, we got 40% credit modifier, 241,000 credits. Okay, okay, I'm going to play some more matches, and if I get a good one, I'll post it up next. So coming up next, another match. And once again, I'm on the map Northern Waters, this time in the Los Andes. I think the last time I was here, I was in Amogador. Well, you know what? I've been here in Abenham recently as well. Yeah, you probably want to watch that video. Yeah, well, I got up to all sorts of mischief. The Los Andes is a Pan-American battle cruiser. Yes, it's a battleship, but I call it a battle cruiser because it's quite soft. The armor profile is quite soft. It's fast. It's a flanker. Yeah, and it burns for longer than most battleships because it's in the same class as, say, the Duncan or the let me think, the Dyson. Yeah, that's another one. Dyson. Those sort of ships, you get the idea. They're quite soft and they do burn well, so it's something to be aware of. And just factor that into your play style when you get her out to play. Great ship. Very easy to play. We know there's a nerf hammer coming at some stage for this ship. We just know it. It's perhaps a little too good for its tier, really. Which is why you see a lot of them in rank normally. But for some bizarre reason this match I'm the only one. Yeah. Okay. And we're up against a Musashi, a Delaware. Oh no. Delaware's got planes, hasn't he? A Pommern. So another secondary battleship, German secondary. And Alaska, very strong in rank. You see those a lot. Good radar cruiser with great guns and good armor. We got the black on the enemy team. That's a smoke radar boy like the one here. And of course they've got the Russian destroyer Nistrashi, which is a destroyer that can heal itself. And has those great Russian 130mm guns with the nice flat arcs. So quite a tough team to find myself up against. I've got the Rupert coming with me, which is great. Another soft battleship. He knows he's soft, which is why he's hanging back. But you know me, right? Oh, sorry about that. I think I've just made myself dizzy. Tea. That'll fix that. I'm just going to have some tea. Honestly, when I make these videos and I play these matches, I drink tons of tea. Tea is a very important part of my playstyle. Without the tea, you know, it's my combat drug of choice. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm being lit by the Delaware. He sent bombers our way, which is a bit of a problem, really. That's the thing with hybrids. They can do CV spotting, which is kind of annoying, right? More on that later, but I'm lit. Black's had to smoke. The other black's up. I suspect they've radared each other and are having a radar duel. Hopefully my secondaries and my main batteries will scare him off, and we managed to decap him. And we got one penetration from the main guns. I'm so excited. And we're actually shooting planes down. Yeah, we are. How unusual. Yeah, okay, so we shot, what, four planes down? Yeah, we shot 4 planes down. Okay, there go the black torpedoes. I was kind of weaving in because I didn't want to be predictable, and it looks like it paid off. I really don't want to be torpedoed at this point in the game. Our black's withdrawn, their black's withdrawn, and I'm on cap. I don't know if this is a good thing or not, because in front of me I've got a black, a Pommern, and a Musashi. The Pommern is very sensibly kiting away, and the reason he's kiting away is he knows I'm pushing. So he wants me to chase him into the Delaware and the Musashi. There's a Delaware there too. Which of course would be suicide. So we're just going to turn very, very quickly. And I'm going to head north. Okay, I got hit fairly hard there by the Pommern's main battery, but took about 20k damage. But we didn't half beat up the black. He's on his way out. He's not long for this well. And look how slow those black torpedoes are. That's another thing about the black. Very slow torpedoes. Yeah, although our Rupert's going to swallow one of them. Of course. And he's pushing in. Don't push, Rupert. They've got 3 battleships. Don't push. I mean, if both of us pushed, we'd still both cark it. Absolutely guaranteed, because basically, if they focus fire, they're going to take both of us down, because we're in soft battleships, and they've got a Musashi sat at the back there. And don't don't discount the Delaware guns either. They are the equivalent of American's finest battleship guns at tier 9. So the Delaware is going to push. He's going to throw some punches my way. Talking of which, I've got some secondary fire down on the Delaware. I'm just going to angle. So I'm angled to the Delaware, I'm angled to the Musashi, and I'm angled to the Pommern. So my citadel is protected, and then I'm just going to move off cap. I'll leave it to the black. Now the other black's out of the way, he can cap with impunity. Rupert's got the right idea. He's trying to escape too, but he's taking a lot of fire. I think the Delaware might get him if he's not careful. We've really got to do something about that Delaware. I'm going for the Delaware. I'm going to go take out the Delaware. He's going to be a problem with his constant plane spotting. Yeah, there goes the Rupert. Ah, the Musashi got him. Okay. You see, Musashi's pretty scary, really. And you look at my potential damage there. The reason I backed off. 1,212,600 so far. They threw a lot of hate my way. So we're just going to get out, and I'm going to go for the Delaware now. Kind of a shame I've got HE loaded. He was showing quite a bit of broadside there. So I'm going to just switch out to AP. And let my secondaries do the work. Still got a couple of heals left, so we should be alright. Got a fire going on him. And he's sending bombers. Of course he is. And he's kiting away. That's annoying. Okay, did me 6k damage, but no fires, which is a relief, I can tell you. Okay, so we're literally going to take out the Delaware. We're chasing the Delaware right now. Musashi is backed off and is probably looking for a good sniper angle on me, and the Pommern's starting to push into away. As you would if you were in a Pommern. Pommern player's actually playing very well, and the Musashi's got the right idea, standing off and sniping. That's what you do in those Japanese battleships. They're long-range snipers. I don't know what their Alaska B's doing. He got pushed off cap, didn't he? He got pushed off C by our Illinois, so he's all the way down on the J line. Okay. Got some yeah, got almost 10k damage there on the Delaware from the main battery. I'm going to switch back to HE because I assume he's going to angle and head away from me. Meanwhile, my secondaries are having a go. Starboard rail secondaries are firing on the Pommern. Our black is staying out of trouble, which is good. Pommern's got 6-kilometer hydro, so the black needs to be careful or we're going to lose him. Mogador sees an opportunity and is heading into B. Sensible lad. I think our Mogador's played really well. He went down in cap C, now he's going to B. Be interesting to see how his score pans out. And I've got the wrong shells loaded again. But I got a high caliber, so that's okay. God, he just did me 13k damage. That was the Musashi, wasn't it? The Musashi is having a crack. Right, there goes the Delaware. Like there was ever any doubt, right? I've got my close quarters expert, which is nice. At this rate, I'm going to get Dreadnought as well, because I've got, what, 2,162,000 in potential damage. And I think both the Pommern and the Musashi were firing at me as I took the Delaware down. So backing off and putting some distance between me and those two ships was useful. Oh, the Mogador. Sweet move from the Mogador there. He just took out the Nostrashi with a YOLO torp. Beautiful. And now he's camping B. What a player. Yeah, no, that was a really strong play from the Mogador. Yeah, I like this guy. He plays like I do. Right, and they've got, we've now got a one-ship advantage thanks to the Mogador. He's definitely my player of the game. Player of the game goes to the Mogador. We'll see how he does on the team scores at the end, but I expect a top 2 finish for him. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the Musashi, very quietly shooting at me while I talk too much. Okay, I got Delaware's last bombers. Let's see if we can dodge the bombs, yeah? Do you see the turn on this ship? Look what my rudder's doing. Right? Let's see if we can dodge these. Yes, we can! That's just stupid. Honestly, this ship, it does make me laugh. I mean, the turn circle is really tight on her, and the rudder shift isn't terrible for a battleship. It's actually pretty spicy. So, yeah, she maneuvers like a powerboat. All right, that Pommen's looking low, isn't he? We will go soy at the Pommen. We'll go Cap A. I think that's the best thing we can do for the team at the moment. We've got a substantial points lead, but the Musashi is heading towards C, and I have absolutely no doubt he'll cap it unless the Mogador can do something about that. So let's assume that the Mogador doesn't get C or contest it and get sunk by the Musashi. So yeah, let's go A. Let's go A. Definitely. I want to shoot this guy, but I'm very aware of the fact if I do... sod it, let's do it. The Musashi is going to see me. But there's an island on my left, so yeah, got behind the island in time, so... Now I'm lit again briefly, because the Pommen's going in to A, and now I vanish again. Any shells from the Musashi? Got anything to say about that, Musashi? No? Good. Okay, so 2.5 million tanked. Which is pretty good for a Los Andes, trust me. Getting over 2 million is difficult. She's that soft, you know. So... I'm pretty happy with that. It's been a good match, to be honest. And yeah, I may say in the title for this video that you don't need a brain. I think I'm going to call it something like that. But you know what? If you've got a brain, it's even better. The Los Andes is even better if you use a bit of grey matter. I've got the wrong shells loaded again. Constant reoccurring theme for me. This dope is reversing, showing me his broadside, right? I was expecting him to push further into the cap, but no, he's reversed out and is showing me broadside, so we've set him on fire. Had I had AP loaded, I might have sunk him right there and then. Still, we'll let the secondaries do their work. Press the funny button. F for the win. And now we just finish him off with the AP. That should do it. Yeah. Seen some of the weirdest plays. I mean, the Delaware showed me broadside when I had HE loaded, and now the Pommen. I don't expect players to play this dumbly. I expect players to be of a similar standard to myself, and it always surprises me when they're not. I don't know why I should be surprised, really, but I should have had AP loaded. God damn. Anywho, damage works out, but the damage numbers work out about the same, because it doesn't matter what shells you got loaded in the Los Andes, because the secondaries will fix that mistake, right? You make a mistake, don't worry, the automatic guns will get you out of it. She's a very forgiving ship, I would argue. Look at that. In the Star Trek camouflage I got from the Star Trek event just before Christmas, and I think it really suits the overall look of this ship. No end, yeah. Pretty cool. It's a good looking ship. Now I assume the Musashi's going north. Yeah, I assume. Since the black hasn't lit him, that's where I'm headed. So I'm just going to show the black where I'm going. That's where I'm off to. And if a black could light the Musashi for me where to go, that'd be great. Let's see where this Musashi is. I think I want to do a long sprint to A. Oh no, to C even. Yeah, there he is. He's turned. He's coming straight at me. Okay. Well, we've won this match, but I'm going to play it cool. I could probably shoot him over this island and stay hidden, so we'll do that. I might be a little too close. We're about to find out. Yeah, only just, but I just shaved the top of the hills there. Alright. We'll stay dark. because 30 seconds could turn into a minute if I get sunk, and the black is actually quite close to the Musashi, so there's just a chance the black might throw the match. He appears to be a very good player, but as you know in this game, appearances can be deceiving, so I'm not taking any risks. For the team's sake, I will remain dark and we'll take the win. It's been a good game, hasn't it? 149,000 damage, and I hardly broke a sweat. Drunk a lot of tea as well. I like this ship, it gives me a chance to drink tea. Okay, good game, good game. Alright, let's have a look at the score, see how we did. Okay, so I gained a star, that's nice. Get some more steel and coal. Yeah, I did get Dreadnought. Thought as much. Close quarters expert and a high caliber. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Right, not quite top of the team, that goes to the Mogador, but he sunk one of them, and he played really, really well, so I don't hold any grudges there. He clutched a game for us pretty much at one point. Black played well as well. Delaware, that was all secondaries. 32,000 of that was secondaries, and 10,000 from main battery, and the rest was fires. A mix of damage on the POM and pretty much everything. Similar story with the Musashi. 20,000 of that was fires, and 12,000 on the black. 7k of that was secondaries. 149,266 total damage. From the main battery, only 40,778. 20,492 from the HE and 20,286 from the AP. This is where it shines. 55,235 from the secondaries. All HE damage, of course, and 53,253 of that damage was fires, and 30,209 from the AA defense. Not too shabby. We had the 40% credit booster, so we made 353,211 credits. Got 3 medals. Pretty great game. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it, and if you did, maybe support my channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.